guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we have been looking, as you know, we got the CRF 450 RL and we've been looking at different rack solutions, and what I didn't want to do is drill holes in the fender, and a lot of those have that style setup. So I found one from Alt Riders. I think they're out of Europe. Ordered it from Rocky Mountain, come really quick. So we're gonna do an install video on that, show you guys the rack. I think it's pretty cool. It looks really good. You can get it in a couple different flavors, with the black rack or the just the raw aluminum, which I elected to do because I thought it would kind of, you know, match up with some of the aluminum on the bike, and looks pretty good. I know a lot of people don't make it all the way through the videos, and you know, that's just the way we are as a society. We just keep scrolling. But if you would, guys, check out the affiliate links in all the video descriptions. It can save you a lot of money on a lot of gear and stuff that you're going to buy anyways. Doesn't cost you any more, actually save you some money, and we get a small commission on the sale, and it helps the channel out. So you know, if you don't want to become a channel member, that's a great way to support the channel, and we appreciate it very much. But enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and jump into the install, take a look at the rack, so stick around. All right, guys, please excuse the mess in the shop. We are actually, I've got the camper tore apart. We're switching out campers. We'll talk about that another time. But in the Alt Rider kit, again, I got the natural finish, mainly because I think it's going to match most of the aluminum on the bike. And it does come with these brackets. This is the sides, very nice powder coat, kind of a textured finish. I think it's going to be very durable. You're also going to get all of your hardware and the tools. Real simple. Ratchet with an extension, a 10 and 12 mil socket, a 13 mil wrench, a 5 and a 6 Allen key. So let's try to get this put on the bike. Stick around. Let's jump into it. Okay, I know I said earlier you need a ratchet, but I'm going to cheat here because I've got pretty nice Milwaukee setup here. But make sure you hang on those spacers. I don't know if we're going to need them yet, but we're going to find out. I doubt it. We're just going to keep that hardware there, and then we're going to go ahead, pull off the seat. At least move it. Yeah, let's pull it off. You know, we've got a couple ECU options too. This would be a good time to do it, but hey, we're not going to do it. Let's go on to the next step. All right, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to remove these bolts here. It's going to kind of let our license plate bracket drop down, I believe. But we need to be careful. Let's go ahead and pull these out here. I want to make sure, yeah, there's a collar up there, and I'm going to set these bolts aside so I can kind of keep track of which ones are which. I believe that's it right there. Yep. It's hard to film and, you know, do these videos sometimes, and that seemed pretty tight. Yeah, there's a collar up there on the front. Let's get these rears. You know, when I pull this apart, I am sure I'm going to lose everything, and then I'm going to be confused. But so far, the bolts appear to be all the same length. That's always what I run into, is I'll take things apart, and my bolts are going to be different lengths. Okay, so it's all going to come down, I think. Let me pull the bolt out here. I'm hoping this doesn't just drop down and we lose everything, like that bolt right there. And then there's a collar that fell down, and that was on the front. So real quick, I'm gonna let this hang here. These are the front collars. So we're gonna place those with the front bolts just to be safe. And we're gonna see if there's a difference. Yep, of course they're different. So you're gonna wanna make sure you keep track of those. And the other one's stuck up in the body there, but you can see this is the rear and that's the front. So I want to keep those together. And then I believe now we're just going to kind of mock up the brackets here and throw some bolts in it, but let me get this tidied up and we'll jump on to the next step. All right, so the next step is we're gonna install the left and right side bracket. I'm just gonna show you guys the left. You're gonna repeat everything on the other side, pretty simple. But we're gonna take the bracket as such. This will be the clutch side or shift side. You can see it's kind of got the Alt-Rider logo there. So we're gonna take one of the M8 55 millimeter bolts, providing the kit, and a flat washer. Now, what's cool is these are stainless, so we don't have to worry about those rusting out. And then we have an aluminum collar here that's gonna go in like so. And then we're gonna slide the bracket up underneath the license plate. And we're just gonna get these kind of hand tight for now. I'm just gonna get a couple threads started. And then I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. All right, so I've got the rear hand tight. We're gonna take the M6s that come in the kit. Use your, again, stainless hardware, your flat washers like so. And then we're gonna reuse the factory collars. They're gonna go up under the Alt-Rider bracket into the plastic fender. And then we'll hand tight these, keep everything hand tight again. And then we're gonna work on the top of the rack, get the actual rack itself on. Okay, so let's just kind of recap here. We've got our M6s here in the front with our factory collars. These come off the front, they're on the underneath side of the fender. We have our bracket, our license plate bracket, the M8s on the rear collars into the fender, the bracket, and then the license plate bracket. And again, we're keeping everything loose right now, so I can still wiggle both of these side braces here. So now let's go ahead and get the rack itself put on the top, and then we'll make our final adjustments and kind of cinch everything up to spec. All right, so we've got all of our bolts tight on the bracket. So now we're gonna take our 13 mil wrench and we're just gonna put it on the nut down at the bottom and feed this through. And we'll go ahead and snug these up. We're not gonna go crazy on all of them until we get them all snugged up. Make sure the rack is, you know, where we want it. But it should center pretty well, being that these are like a socket head. I believe that's what you call these, a socket head bolt. And we're gonna get it tight, kind of hand tight into the nylon lock nut. And then I will probably go ahead and finish tightening them off with the wrench on the bottom. That way I just don't damage these socket or these Allen keys, because they tend to strip if you get a little zealous with them. Plus we don't want any sharp edges, which sometimes happens with these too when you end up rounding them off. But we're gonna go ahead and finish these off, and that's it, guys. Pretty simple install, real quick on the rack. All of the edges here have a nice radius to them. There is no sharp edges on this rack whatsoever. And you know, you're not gonna fray your tie downs and things like that. So really cool setup, I think. I think it complements the bike pretty good. You can get this in black as well, but I think it just kind of matches some of the other aluminum accents on the bike. So there it is. And we'll get outside and take another look at it. All right, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Again, this is the Alt-Rider rear rack on our CRF 450 RL, which is fast becoming one of my favorite bikes, and it's going to be a great light ADV bike for me. Super excited to keep working on this unit. If you guys would consider subscribing to the channel, that helps us out. Like these videos, share, or become a channel member. You get some pre-release content, maybe some behind-the-scenes stuff. But anyways, check it out. If that's not your thing, check out our merch store, pick you up a hoodie, t-shirt, whatever, that helps out as well. Or check the description of the video. All of our affiliate links are there. Save you some money on lots of stuff you're gonna buy anyways, and it helps us out along the way. But that's gonna wrap it up. So until next time, guys, God bless.